Atlanta Hawks fans, please listen to me. The Atlanta Hawks are about to make big changes to their roster. Now, I've previously talked about in other videos how there's being breadcrumbs being dropped by the front organization of the Atlanta Hawks, and there's been subtle moves that really kind of lead to the idea that there will be a big-time trade before the deadline. But more specifically, there is something that recently happened that pretty much guarantees a trade will happen. And in the video, I'll talk about that, but also I will talk about the events leading to this big move that I think shows the Atlanta Hawks are shifting everything around. Now, more specifically, when it comes to Atlanta Hawks, I've talked about the biggest thing this season has been the Clint Capella benching and Onyeka Okongwu moving into the starting lineup. Now, a lot of people will say, there's due time, and I think there's a couple reasons for this. Number one, Onyeka Okongwu, they want to see can he be a potential starter in the future, and to be honest, as of late, they've been on a major losing streak that has a lot of people questioning, is Onyeka the starter? Do we need to get a bigger starting center? But more specifically, I think the Atlanta Hawks did something that a lot of people missed with that move. Yes, not only basically signaled Clint Capella is available for trade, but also I think they were trying to let people know Onyeka Okongwu might be available for trade. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about this move, and that is the Bogdan Bogdanović game time decision, where essentially he was available to play, but he simply did not play. And a lot of people were questioning this, raising their eyes, saying, what is going on in Atlanta? And from that, this immediately tells me he is going to be involved in a trade before the deadline. For a player to be ready or have the potential to play and then be like, doesn't play? A player on a team that is not only filled with injuries right now, but Bogey is one of their better scorers and he simply didn't play just because? That seems fishy. Now, I also want to double down and say, the also interesting part of it is he didn't play tonight. Like, there's a game tonight, and Bogdan Bogdanović is out for personal reasons. This, to me, only means one thing. Bogdan Bogdanović is a piece in a trade going forward, and the Atlanta Hawks don't want to get him hurt or risk injury or risk this trade going forward. I also will say this. The fact of the matter is, not that he didn't play, but it wasn't any injury wasn't notified on the injury report, and he was in shoot around ready to play, and he just simply did not play. That is very, very, very fishy. Now back to my Onyeka Okongwu statement, and then I'll bring it right together really quick. So I think Onyeka Okongwu is safe for the Atlanta Hawks, but I also think his move to starting is basically making him potential trade bait, showing teams Onyeka Okongwu can be a center for you if you're interested in him. Now, I think he's staying for the Atlanta Hawks, but that was a move. I think they're evaluating a lot of players on this squad, and I think Onyeka Okongwu is not safe. Now, going forward, I think more realistically, we will see Clint Capella and Bogdan Bogdanović traded at the deadline. I think the Atlanta Hawks, especially after this 3 or 4 game skid where they're just injured, they really don't have enough players to actually win games right now. And Jalen Johnson being gone for an X amount of time, they are trying to, I would say, have a somewhat winning season. And I think Bogey has reached his prime and reached his peak. And the Atlanta Hawks need to get value for him before he doesn't have any more value left. Now, if you agree, leave a comment down below. Let me know. Do you think Bogdan Bogdanović needs to be traded? Also, sorry about the new background. I'm traveling. I had to get this video out because this is the second night Bogey hasn't played. And this is just not only eyebrow raising, but this is basically saying, okay, the Atlanta Hawks are about to shift this whole roster basically and trade 2 of their big time pieces that they built this roster for and around, which is kind of crazy and I think insane. So I have to make a video about it. And if you can please do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And if you want to see more videos like this, check this one out right here. And like always, peace.